Hello, everyone, and welcome to the iSpring Solutions webinar series, where every week we talk about e-learning trends, share iSpring tips and tricks, and cover client cases. My name is Alice, and I will be presenting for you today. And today we are going to cover a very interesting topic. We will talk about 14 different types of questions that you can use in your e-learning course. So this will be a very intense webinar. It will go for about an hour, so please be ready for a lot of information. So, needless to say, quizzes are an effective tool in e-learning. They not only help instructors, but they also help students identify what they do know and what they don't know. So your learners have a better idea of how well they are grasping the material, hopefully motivating them to study more and helping them allocate their study time effectively by focusing on the information that needs more practice. Multiple choice quizzes, true or false questions, often the norm for e-learning courses, right? No doubt they are really useful, but today let me tell you more about other question types that you can use in your quizzes. iSpring QuizMaker provides 14 question types, and I believe that you will find the perfect question match for your training scenario. So in our webinar today, we will show you what type of questions you can create with iSpring QuizMaker, how to define the most effective question format for your task, and how to build quizzes with a lot less effort. With iSpring QuizMaker, you can create graded quizzes and surveys. In graded quizzes, you can assign points to your users' answers. Surveys help you get some feedback from your learners, so users' answers cannot be correct or incorrect. And while creating the quiz for some questions, you can switch the question type from graded to survey and vice versa. Before we start creating our quiz, let me quickly introduce you to the interface of iSpring QuizMaker. It has two tabs, Forum and Slide Views. In the Forum view, you can add questions and set up questions properties. Let's say set up a timer or select a number of attempts for a question. The Slide view is more about the design. There you can select a theme for your quiz slides and set up how everything will look. The next important part of QuizMaker interface is feedback and branching. The feedback option enables you to give a custom explanatory feedback for each question. With the feedback by answer option, you can provide detailed feedback for each answer option, explaining why the selected answer is correct or incorrect. And branching allows you to create individual learning paths. For example, if the student gives a correct answer, they can move to the next question. Otherwise, they have to read an info slide before moving on. If you're interested in learning more about creating interactive branching scenarios, I would encourage you to watch one of our previous webinars called Advanced Quiz Making for Better Learner Retention. And Kate will be glad to share it with you in our chat today. Also, using a quiz maker, you can create groups of questions inside a quiz. Group of questions can be very useful if you include sets of questions on several different subjects. Your quiz may include all questions from all the groups in the fixed order, or you can set up different rules for different groups within your quiz. What's more, you can select the number of questions from each group to be asked. For our webinar today, we divided all the questions into 4 groups, and we will go through all of them. So the first one is selecting from the list group, and it includes multiple choice, multiple response, and true or false questions. The next group is the drag and drop group. Here we have matching, sequence, drag the words, and drag and drop. The next group is the choosing from the provided options. So it includes Hotspot, select from lists, and Likert scale. And the next group is the type in group. We have here fill in the blanks, short answer, numeric, and essay. And let's go to the practice now. So our topic today will be first aid. I was inspired by the quiz that we have on our website. And if you are curious to know more about it as well, you are welcome to check out the demos on our website, and you can even download the resources. So we will create a quiz from scratch. I have some pre-made resources. Let me open iSpring Suite. So with iSpring Suite, you can add quizzes to your PowerPoint presentation or create quizzes as standalone courses. Today, we will create a quiz separately from the course. So to do that, I will just choose quizzes and click on create graded quiz. So we will create a graded quiz and we'll add some survey questions. Okay, so to add a question to your quiz, you need to click question on the toolbar and select whichever question type you want to add to your quiz. And we will start with the selecting from the list group. And the first question type in this group is multiple choice. Let's add it. And first, let me show you how it will look in the published version of the question. Let me open my presentation. And here we go. Well, multiple choice questions are among the most effective ways to test learners on the content of an e-learning course. This question type allows you to only ask direct questions, and sometimes it takes less time to complete a multiple choice question compared to an open question, right? So multiple choice questions present several possible answers, only one of which is right. So let's get back to our quiz now. So right after you add your quiz, it will be added to the question group. In the form view, there are some general settings that you can set up for each question type. So here in slide options, we have question type drop-down list. So you can select if your question is graded or it's a survey. Then you can set up branching and feedback. You can also set scoring for the question and attempts allowed to answer this question. Also, if you want, you can limit time to answer this question. So let me quickly copy and paste the question from my pre-created document and also answer options. And the last one. And in the correct column, I need to select the correct answer to this question. In my case, it's the second one. Now you can set up feedback messages for your question. So if you select by result here, you can add specific feedback for correct and incorrect answers. So to edit them, you just need to click the fields there, right? And if you select by choice, you can set up custom feedback for each answer option. So you just need to click on feedback fields next to answer options. And this way, the feedback fields in the bottom will be disabled. Okay, so I will leave feedback by result for this question. And now let's quickly add a picture to our question to make it more interactive. So to do that, we just need to switch to slide view and insert picture from the computer. To do that, I will go to Insert tab and click on Picture. Here we go, and add it to my question. Let's put it right here. And let's resize a bit our question so that they fit my slide better. Okay, that's it. And our question is done. So let me quickly open the preview and show you how it looks. Everything works perfectly. Okay, so let's move ahead. The next question is multiple response. So let's go back to form view now and add this question to our quiz. To do that, we just need to click on question tab on the toolbar and select multiple response. So first, let me show you the published version. Here it is. So multiple response question is similar to multiple choice, but users should select all of the correct answers from several alternatives. Questions of this type are more difficult than multiple choice because learners don't know how many answers to choose. So let's create this question. Now I'm going to copy and paste quickly the question. Right here. And we'll add answer options. This one. And the last one. Okay, so to select the correct answers, I just need to choose them in the correct column. So the second one and also the first one. Okay, as you might have noticed, there are additional options for this question type. So here, I can limit how many answers choices my user can select from the list. And if I want, I can also enable accept partially correct answers. So I will select a number of responses here, number of responses. And one more interesting thing that I can set is whether the scoring is based on the result or the user's answer. So if I select by choice, I can set up scoring for each answer options. So I'm going to set, let's say, 5 points for correct answers. And that's it. That's it. And let's add a picture to our quiz. So let's go to slide view now and add it. So we just need to go to insert and add picture. So I'm going to select this one and quickly send it to back. Here we go. So our question is done now. Okay. So let's go to the next question. The next question will be true or false. So let me show you the published version. Here it is. So one of the easiest ways to frame questions is to use a true or false format. Simply put, this involves making a statement to which the learner chooses whether it's true or false. So let's create this question now. Let's go back to our QuizMaker. To add this question, we need to switch back to form view and select question and choose true or false. So let me quickly copy and paste the question. Okay. And to mark the correct answer, you just need to click on the correct column. So in my case, it will be true. So there can only be two answer options, but if I want to change them to true, from true or false to yes or no, I can easily do that. I just need to select it and change, type in whatever I need. So now I would like to also set up a timer for this question. How can I do that? To set this up, I need to select limit time to answer the question in the slide options. So in my case, it will be 1 minute. So my users will need to give an answer within a minute. And also for each question uh, inserted into my quiz, I can add a picture, video, or audio directly in the form view without switching to slide view. To do that, I will click on picture icon here and select picture from my computer. This one. So this way, I will have that picture, audio, or video in the mobile view when I take the course using my smartphone, for example. So that's it. Our question is done. So let's quickly preview it. Let's click on Preview on the toolbar and select Preview Slide. So this is how the question will work on my computer. You can see the timer on the top right corner. Also, here I can preview how the question will look on phone. So here we go. Everything works perfectly. The next question group is drag and drop type of question. So the first question from this group will be matching. So let's add it first. To add it, we just clicking to question on the toolbar and choose matching. Now let me quickly show you the preview of this question, the published version. Here it is. So a matching question can cover a large amount of content. Also, it's one of the most engaging types of questions for users. In a matching question, you provide several phrases or concepts along with several words, and the learner has to match each word with the appropriate phrase or concept. You can add also extra matches to make the task harder, more difficult. Now, let's create this this question. So today we will match words with pictures. So in the left column, I will add words, and in the right column, I will add pictures. So to add words, I will just copy and paste them from my computer. So it's a hospital, doctor, and X-ray. Okay, and to add a picture, I need to click on the picture and select it from my computer. So I'm going to choose this one. And also to allow my users to zoom into the picture and view it closer, I need to select the allow user to zoom picture. So I need to click on the picture and enable allow user to zoom picture. And I need to do that for each picture. So I'm going to upload the second picture. It's a doctor. Then it's X-ray. And I also want to add additional matches to make the task more difficult. So to do that, I will just add them in this additional matches field. So I will add heart and wheelchair. Okay, so our question is done. Let's quickly preview it and see how it works. So as far as you can see, to zoom into the picture, I need to place the cursor over the picture and click on it, right? And to give an answer, I need to select a box and drag and drop it to the correct match. This is how it works. Okay, let's go to the next question. So the next question type is sequence. Sequence questions are the best option for establishing a timeline, arranging several things in ascending, descending order, or illustrating a step-by-step process. So you can list some events or statements and give learners an opportunity to put them in the correct order. It's effective when users need to remember pieces of information in a set, not separately. You can also use this type of question for historical and chronological subject matter. Let's go to our QuizMaker now and add the sequence question. To add it, we'll need to go to question and choose sequence here. Now let me quickly copy and paste the question and answer options. The question, and now I'm going to add answers. So, okay. As with the previous questions, I can also add additional fields or delete the ones that I don't need. So the order in which you typed in the options will be considered as the correct one. So let's add a picture now. To do that, we need to switch back to slide view and add it. So I will click on insert, then to picture, on picture, and we'll select this one for this question. Let's move it right here. And also we need to resize a bit our questions so that they will fit our slide better. Okay, that's it. The question is done, right? So the next question is my favorite because it makes your quiz much more interactive. Some time ago, our customers asked us to add this question type, and now here it is. It's called drag and drop. This is a fun question type as it lets you add more interactivity to your quiz. Just define which objects are drag sources and which are drop targets. This question type allows users to drag objects and drop them into predefined gaps on a base image. So let's go ahead now and see what we can do with this question. Well, we need to switch back to form view and add a question to our quiz. Here it is. Now let me quickly copy and paste the question first. Done. Now I need to click proceed to add the objects to the slide that I will need to drag to the correct place. Well, you can add shapes or pictures. I am going to add pictures. To do that, I will go to insert, click on picture, and select images from my computer. This one. Okay, and we'll add them to my slide. So now I just need to quickly resize them to make them more real, and you can also rotate the pictures. So here we go. Let's make it smaller. Okay, done. So now I will get back to form view to set up the correct drop targets. First, I will add drag items from the drop-down list. Right? And we'll select drop target for correct matches for this one and for the second one. And we'll leave no match for incorrect answers, for incorrect options. So now let's see what settings we can set up for this question type. Well, here, if I can select if I want to snap drag item to any drop target or correct drop target or don't snap it at all. Then I can select the type of snap. So it can be stack random, stack cascade, snap to center, or a tile. So I'm going to choose stack random. And also, you can enable features that will select items to replace the previous one and the option that will allow your user to reset objects to the original state. So if you set several attempts for this question, let's say 2 attempts, you can select whether or not items positions will be saved from the previous attempt before a new attempt is made. So I'm going to leave drag items in place, right? So now let's go to preview and see how the question will work. So as you can see, to answer the question, I need to drag and drop my pictures to the selected drop item. Okay, everything works perfectly. Let's go to the next question. Our next question type is drag the words. Let me show you first. Here it is. So users are required to drag and drop words from the word bank into the blanks in the text that is provided. You can create textual expressions with missing pieces of text, and users will drag the missing words to appropriate places to form a complete expression. So let's create this question. To add it, we click on the question and select it from the list. Okay. So there are two ways you can add blanks to your text. So you can set up blanks manually. To do that, you just need to click on Insert Blank and add your blanks, and then type in the text here. Or you can paste your entire text in the Text with Blanks section. Select a word or even sentence which you want to have as a blank, and after that, click Insert Blank. So I will show you that right now to you. So let me quickly copy and paste the text first. And now I will just select the words and phrases that I want to have as blanks. So I will select them and click on Insert Blank. Illness. Well, this one. And the last one, cut. Okay. And if you want to make a question harder, you can add extra words in the additional words section right here. You just need to type them here. So let's see if this question has specific settings. Well, as you can see, you can select the sort words alphabetically. So to arrange the words in alphabetical order. Again, if you allow users several attempts, let's say 2 attempts, you can set if all the words that user has placed remain in their places on the next attempt, or the user must start all over. So I'm going to leave one attempt for this question. Okay, I think we are done with this question as well, and with this group. Now, as you know, with iSpring Suite, you have different options to publish your quiz, right? Let me quickly show them. So to publish your quiz, you just need to click on Publish button in the main toolbar right here and select where you want to publish. So you can save it on your computer or publish to iSpring Space and share that with your colleagues if you work on the same project. You can also save it in SCORM or XAPI formats and then upload this quiz to your own LMS, or you can publish it directly to iSpring Learn LMS. So I already have a quiz published to iSpring to my account in iSpring Learning LMS. So let me quickly switch to my account and show you how the published version of a quiz will look. So if we go to courses, we have dealing with angry customers here, and let's preview it. So this is multiple response question. Select false for this one and drag and drop question. Okay, so here, this is how your quiz will look in an LMS. Okay, so the next group will be choosing from the provided options. So, and the first question in this group is Hotspot. Let me quickly show the published version. And here it is. So the hotspot is a visual question type that allows users to select a certain area of an image as an answer. It engages users more than typical quiz questions and allows you to check how they identify information visually, not just as theory. So the student should click on one or more designated areas on an image. And let's add this question to our quiz. Let's close this window and choose it in the list, the question list we have. Okay, so first let me quickly copy and paste the question itself. And then I need to select a picture to add a picture. So I can use it from my computer or insert it from clipboard. You can use the second option if you want to use a screenshot of a program. So I will select a picture from my computer and then I will add hotspots to it. So I'm going to choose this one. Okay. So in one image, there might be several hotspots of different shapes. So to add a hotspot, use one of the drawing tools. It can be rectangle, oval, or freeform. Drawing a freeform hotspot can be done automatically by double-clicking the mouse. So I will select oval. and add it to my picture. You can also zoom into the picture. To do that, you just need to click on expand right here. So I'm going to add hotspot here and also here. Okay. And now I need to mark the correct hotspots. In my case, it will be the first one. So you see, you can add incorrect hotspots. In this case, if you set up sending quiz results to your email, you will be able to analyze which incorrect options are popular among your users and provide them with feedback. So in the slide options on the right, you can specify additional settings for the hotspot question. So the first option is limit number of responses. When you enable this setting, the number of answers can be no more than the number of valid areas. For example, if a student has to select 3 correct areas on the map, he can place up to 3 markers. Then, if you enable clearing markers, during the quiz, the reset button is added to the player. With it, the user can delete all the markers from the image, and your users can remove a single marker by clicking on it again or tapping on a mobile device. The next option is before a new attempt. To do that, to enable it, we need to set more than one attempt. So here you can select if markers that your users place in the previous attempt are saved or not. And for this question tab, you can also assign points for each answer option instead of the question. So you just need to select scoring by result or by choice in the score drop-down list, and then set up scoring or set the points for the correct and incorrect answers right here. Let's quickly go to preview to see how the question looks. So we are going to put hotspot here and submit our question. Great. Okay, so the next question is select from lists. Let me open it. The user must select the correct answer from a drop-down list. This type is similar to fill in the blanks, but you can show a set of possible answers in the list. Although it may not be an effective way to test actual knowledge, it might be helpful initially in a quiz setting. It can also be helpful when you want to confuse users with other similar answers. So let's create this question. To add it, I will go to question and select it. Here it is. So now I will enter text in the text with the blanks field. So I will just copy and paste it. And first I need to add, I forgot about that, I need to add a question itself. So I'm going to add a question first and then text. And now I will replace my word with drop-down list. So I need to click on it. I need to select this word and click on insert blank. And now I will add other options. To add extra options or new options, you just need to click here and add them. So in my case, there will be 2 extra options. So in each blank, there must be at least 2 options. To add new options, as I did, you need just to click on Add New Word here. And the correct option is indicated by the radio buttons in the list. Okay, and this question is done as well. And the last question from this group is Likert scale. Here it is. So I would like to point out first that this question cannot be graded. It's more suitable in surveys. So respondents can express their opinion about certain statements. So let's add this question. Select it, Likert scale. So in this question, you can add several statements for each of which there will be a separate scale. So let me quickly copy and paste statements. And the last one. And also I need to add the question itself. So under the list of statements, you can choose one of 7 preset scales. It's agree, disagree, happy, unhappy, yes or no, and etc. The degrees of which scales can be changed. So to do that, you just need to click on change here and edit them. You can also create your own scale. To do that, you just need to edit the scales and then save it like as a custom scale right here. Then you can set up the scale and select if you want to flip it or show number instead of name. So let's preview it quickly to see how it works. Okay. And here we go. Okay, let's go to the next question. The last but not least group, type in group. And the first question is fill in the blanks. Fill in the blank questions require that learners actually know the correct answer. Use fill in the blank questions without giving hints and evaluate the learner's actual knowledge. You can also use this type of question if you need to check an employee's familiarity with a certain rule or a simple procedure as an example. So to add this question, we need to click on question and select fill in the blanks. Right, in the text with blanks, I will just copy and paste my text. Right here. And now I will just select the words and phrases that I want to have as blank. So I will just select them and click insert blank. For each blank, there can be several possible correct options. To add another correct option, you can just expand the list under the blank and add a new word here, a new option here. So here's an important note. You can enable or disable case sensitivity in the slide options using the answers are case sensitive right here. Okay, the question is done. So let's go to the next question. The next question is short answer. Here it is. In this question type, users enter answers by themselves. This format is better if you are looking for mastery without suggesting answer options and requires that learners actually know the correct answer. Don't forget to add answer options that take into consideration possible typos, abbreviations, and other spelling variants that quiz takers might use. Let's add this question to our quiz. Short answer. And I will need to enter the question here. Here it is. And then I need to add acceptable answers. In my case, it's mouse. So in the acceptable answers list, you need to enter all the variants that will be counted as correct, right? So to add new ones, you just need to click right here. By default, answers are not case sensitive, but you can definitely change this behavior in slide options. Just select answers are case sensitive. Okay, the question is done. Let's go to the next question. It's numeric question. The numeric quiz question is similar to the short answer type, but users should enter the correct number as the answer. It's almost impossible to guess the correct answer with a question like this. And in iSpring QuizMaker, you can set both an exact number as well as intervals. So let's add this question now. Here it is. We need to enter our text first. So I will just copy and paste it again and set acceptable value. So in my case, it will be equal to 4. And as you know, you can enter several conditions for the correct answer. And the answer is considered correct if any of the conditions are met. Okay, let's go to the next question, to the last question. It's essay question. The essay question uses a free-form response modality. This question type is suitable if you need to get a detailed answer to the question, full feedback, or a case description. With this question type, users can give answers in free form. To add this question, we just need to go to question and add it from the list. And all you need to do is just enter the question itself. That the question that, or the text that will describe the topic of the essay. So, guys, that's it. Today we looked at all the question types that are included in iSpring QuizMaker. We have other great samples of quizzes on our website, so you're welcome to check them out as well. Also, we will share with you the resource folder so you can create today's first aid quiz at your own pace. So it will be kind of homework today for you. So we did a great job today. I hope that this webinar was useful. But if you still have questions regarding iSpring QuizMaker, we will be happy to cover them during the Q&A that we will start right away. Well, Darren is asking, does this work on phones? Definitely it will work. And to see how it will work, how it will look on mobile devices, you just need to go to preview mode. Let's select the question and click on preview. So here you can check out how your question, how your quiz will look on different devices, on computer, on tablet, and also on the phone. Ranger, I see Ranger is asking, how do we create a certification if quiz is part of a course? Well, Ranger, thank you so much for this question. It's a good question. As for the issuing certificates, I'm afraid it's not about the capabilities of authoring tools. It's more about the capabilities of learning management system. So once you publish your quiz, once you create your quiz and then publish to your LMS, you can definitely issue certificates if your LMS has such capabilities, right? But as for the QuizMaker, you can send the results to your email address. You can set it up in properties. Let me show you. So if we go to properties and then select reporting, so here we can enable send report to an instructor. So if you put here or enter your email address here, you will receive the report on how your user complete the quiz. So you can even select it. You can set it up if you will receive reports when it's passed or failed, or when it just passed, and so on. Well, I see Jane is asking, how would you access the iSpring content library while using iSpring QuizMaker? Thank you, Jane, for this question. Let me quickly show you. So when you create a question in QuizMaker, you can definitely uh, use iSpring content library assets. You can upload pictures or images from your computer, and as well as you can add them from iSpring content library. To do that, we just need to switch to slide view. Let's select this question, for example, and then we need to go to insert and select and go to content library, iSpring content library. And here you can select, would it be characters? Would you like add characters or some backgrounds? You can easily do that. Here we have some backgrounds. And here we go. So yeah, you can definitely use iSpring content library assets, content library characters or backgrounds or objects. Hope this answers your question. Well, the next question is from John. I see that he's asking, how can you control the time limits for questions? For example, from the time the question is opened, you set a timer. How do you handle this in form view? Let me quickly show you. Thank you, John, for your question. So to set up a timer for your question, you just need to, yes, to go to form view, and in slide options on the right, you can set limit time to answer the question here and set up the specific time for this question. You can also enable this for the whole quiz, so you can limit time for the whole quiz, not just for the answer. To do that, you just need to go to properties and set it up there. So here in question properties, we have limit time to answer the question. So it will be applied, this limitation will be applied to all the questions in the quiz. And the other question is from Sunil. Is there a way to ensure that if the minimum score is not achieved by the learner, we can prevent them from moving to the next topic? Thank you, Sunil, for your question. Yeah, it's definitely possible to do this if a quiz is a part of presentation. So it can be easily achieved by iSpring Suite functionality. So you can set up branching for the whole presentation so that users cannot open the next slide of the presentation if they do not answer, if they do not complete the quiz, for example. So, guys, I think it's time to wrap up our session. So thank you guys for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed this webinar. We try to make it as useful as possible. Thank you for tuning in and being so active. So I wish you a wonderful day and see you next time.